Hello YouTube, you join me outside the very beautiful London King's Cross station. It is Monday the 25th of October 2021 and it is the first day in service, operation, whatever you want to call it, of Lumo. I'm going to be honest, they did run a train earlier in the week, but that was for press. This is the first public train and if you can't tell, I am very excited. My glasses are fogging up, so I can't see a thing, but I am very excited to be here. King's Cross is behind me. Let's go take a look at what's going on. So you can see up there, that is the train I'm getting, the 10:45 London to Edinburgh Lumo service. Platform not yet announced, but I believe there's a little something going on around the corner. So, around here we've got a live performance. That's my dad. Hello, say hello to YouTube, Dad.
Hello. How are you doing?
So just here we've got the I can even point my camera at it, but we've got a Lumo launch, like concerty thing. There's lots of exciting stuff happening. Hopefully more people are going to turn up. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Also, while I'm here, I feel like it's worth clarifying. This is not the first ever Lumo service. There's one that left Edinburgh earlier today, but this is the first Lumo service to leave London, which, considering that's where I live, makes more sense. Anyway, yeah. So another thing I've just noticed is the way the whole station is like illuminated blue, including round here, where the stage is. I'm going to try and talk over this because otherwise it's just going to be hopeless. I hope you can still hear me. But yeah, and certainly when they had the press launch, I know they illuminated the whole front of the station blue. I'm going to try and flash up a picture of that. That is assuming I remember to flash it up in the edit. But if I do, enjoy that picture. Yeah, I'm going to wait to see what platform it's announced the train's going to arrive on, and then I'm going to film it and it's going to be amazing.
So I was slightly surprised when the train arrived at the side portion of the station in platform 10. Add to this that it was about 10 minutes late and things got pretty hectic pretty quickly.
So, oh my goodness, it's a bit crowded. They haven't opened the doors yet, so everyone's just sort of crowding around on the platform. I'm going to head to the front of the train because I think I can get some good pictures and stuff. It looks great, doesn't it? Doesn't it look great? Oh my goodness. Also, notice the abandoned platform here. Not sure what that's all about. There we go, let's come and take some pictures. There it is. Myself and the train. Oh yeah. Oh, they've unlocked the doors. That's good. So there we go, we focus. I am Coach D, seat 25.
Are you going on it?
I am, yeah.
How much do you pay for it?
20 quid. It's very cheap, considering all the way to Edinburgh.
The thing with Lumo is they're trying to compete with airlines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas the railways are too busy competing with each other, which is ridiculous.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'm going to get a shot. It's me.
Oh crap, it is.
Right.
Are you on it or you just come to see it?
You alright, Jeff?
It's blue, isn't it? Morning. Morning, how you doing? Morning.
Hello, Jeff.
Morning, nice to meet you. It's very blue, right?
It is very blue. Very
Like
blue.
it? Very blue. Right, I've got it.
Yeah, I've got to go.
I've met who likes the railway, who is pretty much just as tall as me.
Oh.
Well, you're like 6'5", look at this.
I'm like 6'3".
I'm 6'4".
Take a picture.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Quick,
fine.
before the train goes.
I've got like 10 seconds.
Hold on. There we go.
Right, I gotta go.
As I mentioned earlier, the late arrival of the train meant that everyone was trying to cram on at once, and it got very hectic.
So we are currently making our way out of King's Cross in the tunnel. I don't really know what to say. Once everyone's sort of settled down and stopped packing their bags and stuff, I'll do like a seat tour, review of the train, look around, that kind of thing. we're in daylight now, so enjoy the view as we speed down underneath High Speed 1 actually. There it is up there. So we're still making our way, oh, that is an announcement. We're still making our way out of King's Cross, but seat reservation system doesn't appear to be working. Maybe it's because the whole train's booked out anyway, they don't need, I don't know. But yeah, it's fully booked because it's the first one out of London. I have to clarify, one left Edinburgh earlier. First one out of London. We're going so quick already. There we go, Finsbury Park, whooshing by. There's Alexandra Palace up there. Okay, so now we're underway. I'm going to do like a bit of a seat tour because you want to know what these trains are like, right? So this new Lumo operator operates this one type of train that was purpose-built for it. It's the Class 803, and as far as I can tell, it's pretty similar to the Class 801s operated by LNER in that it's a five-car like electric version of the you know, Hitachi intercity train things that everyone seems to be ordering at the moment. The difference that I can tell from a technical perspective is that the 801s have a backup diesel generator, not to power the train, but like only if it breaks down or something like that. So it keeps the lights running, and I think it can also propel it at low speed to the nearest depot where it can get out of the way or whatever. This doesn't have that, so if this breaks down, it has to get towed by a Class 37 or something. So what this has is it's just got a battery, so that keeps the lights on, stops people from like dying. Yeah, so then the major differences that you're looking at really is inside the train. So this is a budget railway operator, so my tickets from London to Edinburgh, that cost me £20, which is really cheap when you consider you can pay over 100 with LNER, for instance. And there is one class of train throughout, there's no first class, it's all standard class, which I have to say it's pretty nice actually as a class. At the seat itself, so you can see, well, first of all, you can recline quite a lot, which is nice. Plenty of leg room here. I mean, I'm at a table seat, as you can see, but even at the non-table seats, leg room is not really an issue. You've got these like side things which you can definitely like have a nap against or something. And then underneath, so here you've got charging points that you can plug your phone into and stuff, which is very interesting. And I'm going to emerge from the table. There we go.
You're a nutter.
I am a nutter, yes. So yeah, when we also there's no buffet, so you can either pre-order food that they'll deliver to you, or the little trolley comes through and you can just buy stuff off that. So something I've literally just noticed, and this has been pointed out on like a few trains before, but the way the table sort of curves, and it means that I'm going to commandeer your phone, Dad. Sorry about your glasses, by the way. If you sort of put something on it, like it sort of slips. I'm having to push it to demonstrate, but I wouldn't want to rest a coffee on that, and it's a bit strange. Yeah. Also, again, I'm gonna copy Jeff Marshall here. Sorry, but you know he's a good guy and he's got lots of good stuff. Check him out, actually. Link in the description if somehow you haven't heard of him. So he normally does the elbow test, which I can confirm works. But actually, there's no need for the elbow test because you can just lean against these, you know, and it works great. I'm gonna interview. I'm putting you on the spot. What do you think of the seats?
I think they're pretty comfortable actually.
Yeah, and considering its budget as well, like you'd expect it to be rock hard, and it's really not. Like it's hard, but it's good. It's like it's firm but not uncomfortable. And the headrests, yeah, they're really nice.
So you can have a kick without rolling onto the person next to you.
Exactly, and that's got to be a good thing, right?
We allow a female action line speed on this first ever small passenger service, 125 miles per hour.
Yay!
We'd like to thank you all for travelling with Lumo
We just
today
hit
on this
125.
prestigious service, the first train from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. Thank you.
Right, I'm going to do a very important test now. I've got a phone charger. Let's get my face. I've got a phone charger. And I'm going to test the pluggy thingy. What I will say is it's not immediately obvious that the plug is there, and it's kind of hard to locate actually. Like you can't really, but there you go, my phone is now plugged in. So yeah, it works, which you'd hope it would on a new train, although this doesn't work. The booking, the reservation system. Oh yeah, and we've got a blind as well, which is very nice. So, I just had a very interesting chat with Jeff Marshall. He came and did an interview. Hopefully it'll end up in the video. I'll put it in, what corner is it? Up there? Something like that. Anyway, so I'm just walking through the train because I thought, you know, we should have a look around, and for some reason we're braking. There is no buffet car or anything like that, so there's not a whole bunch to see. However, we have here an accessible toilet. Making our way through here, you can see it's mostly airline style seating, but there is the odd, oh my goodness, group of 4 that you can see we're going through now. And I think we're basically at the front of the train now, so I'm going to turn around and head the other way. So yeah, no buffet on these trains, but they do come through with a trolley, or you can pre-order food via the Lumo Eats or something like that. I'm going to talk you through sort of a bit about the company. So obviously today is the 25th of October, first day, and then also there was the press run earlier, but you don't need to know about that. I'm going to close that because of the sun. So yes, at the moment they are running 4 trains a day, I think 2 each way, so 2 from London to Edinburgh and then 2 from Edinburgh to London. Now that is a temporary thing, and also temporary is the fares. So the fares at the moment are extremely cheap. So from London all the way to Edinburgh, £19.90, basically £20 at the moment, which is very cheap. And if, like me, you have the 1617 rail card, it is even cheaper. So ludicrously cheap at the moment. Both of those are temporary, so I believe as of next year, maybe starting 11th December, I want to say. So they're going to start running more trains, but they'll also be a bit more expensive. Still cheaper than LNER and still cheaper than flights, which is who they're really trying to compete with. They're trying to be a green company to compete with flights, although they will also be competing with LNER as well. So still very cheap fares. I'm not sure exactly what they are. It might be like £50 or £60, which is still pretty cheap. But they'll also be running more trains. So they'll be running like 10 trains a day, 5 each way, rather than just the 4. So, you know, exciting times for the company. We've got a lot to look forward to. As I believe we are passing through Grantham. No, it is Grantham. Yeah, I recognise it, because I spent ages waiting for a train there. So yeah, this company was really formed to compete with low-cost airlines and driving and things like that because of the cheap fares, and also it's relatively quick journeys because it doesn't stop many places on the way. So yeah, very much designed to compete with airlines. So it's designed to be an eco company. So as I mentioned earlier, the trains are fully electric. They don't even have backup diesel generators. And also the food, when you order their food, they try to have a very plant-based menu. It's not entirely, but it is more so than you might get with another company. So it is really trying to be a green company. Also, just in case you're interested, it is managed by First Group as well, who also, they run a lot of the trains in this country, but looking at open access operators, they also do Hull trains. And in fact, I think some Hull trains drivers have transferred, and drivers for Lumo have been training on the Hull trains units and things like that. So it's almost like an extension of Hull trains, just not Hull, it's Edinburgh. Because same company. So, I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier, but in case you're wondering where the name Lumo comes from, apparently it's a hybrid, like a combination of the words luminosity and motion. So, yeah, make of that what you will. That's why Lumo is called Lumo. Yeah, look at this. You can see everyone filming us. Doncaster.
Donny.
And bizarrely, we're not stopping, we're just passing through at very low speeds. Oh my goodness, look at this. We're passing LNER.
Wow.
This is why you travel with Lumo, people. It overtakes LNER. Oh wait, no, it's on a different line. Never mind.
Yeah, upset all the people who work for LNER.
So yeah, that was interesting that we passed through Doncaster but didn't stop. But I suppose like there's capacity constraints and signalling constraints and stuff, which is why trains normally stop there, but we just passed through at low speed. So that's interesting. I remember, like, certainly when it was the press launch a couple of days ago, everyone was always talking about, oh, is it going to go on the diversion route or is it going to go through the station? So yeah, we are going through York now, albeit maybe on the diversion.
We did indeed end up taking the York bypass. It definitely felt strange to be passing through such major places without stopping.
This is cool, there's like loads of freight action going on here. Don't get a lot of freight where we're from.
York Skelton Yard, if you wondered.
Ah, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we're just south of Darlington, and we have stopped for the first time since London. I don't know what to say. I find it interesting that we've made it this whole way. We haven't even stopped at the station. We've stopped at a signal outside Darlington. I find it funny that we've made it like all this way before we actually had to stop. And it's the first time since London that we've stopped. And oh, hello.
I came because I've got a very boring medical blue mask, and I hear that you're the man with all the exciting
I've
masks.
got a lot of masks.
Yeah. Can I have one?
If you want.
Where?
Behind all the trees. Amazing shot. There it is.
That is really big.
That's pretty cool. Oh, there's Durham Station.
There was a castle next to There's 7 bridges in Newcastle.
Oh, mind the gap. Here we are. So we are at Newcastle. I'm gonna have to jump back on the train. I don't know how long it's gonna sit here, but I just thought I'd want to take a minute to look around this glorious station because I've never actually been here before. And I mean, look, you can see for yourself. Look at this! It is glorious. This is a lovely station. There you go. So calling at Morpeth and Edinburgh.
First class accommodation can be found in zones 422, standard class in 10
Right, I'm going to run down and get back on. But yeah, Newcastle Station. It's wonderful. I'll have to make a special trip to come here, which I can now do nice and cheaply because of this new train. It's fantastic. There we are. So, yeah. That has been our intermediate stop off at Newcastle.
Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm getting back on.
You're filming?
I am, yeah.
Me too.
Hey.
Right, nice to meet you, right? See you, Jack. See you guys. See you guys. It's a big step. Look at the step. Look.
It is. I was noticing that earlier. Also,
See you guys.
the reservation system appears to be working again. Would you look at that? So whatever they did, they've got it to work now when it was broken.
It's called a hammer.
I'm keeping that in the edit. So the reservation system's working again. What are your thoughts on that?
This is available from Newcastle, so we're fine here.
Happy days.
And someone else can have our seat there.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna sit back on my luxury table seat that I paid no extra for. I know, like, everyone booked this train, like it's completely booked. Because of, you know, again, it's the first one. So, yeah. Yeah, so no, what they were just saying on the announcement is that the refreshments are going to come through. And actually, this is what I was going to say. So we're pulling out of Newcastle now. And after coming all the way from London to Newcastle, there is still no sign of the refreshment trolley. So I'm assuming it's going to make its way through eventually, but I'm glad I brought snacks is all I'm going to say, because I wouldn't want to rely on it to come all the way through. But I mean, what can you do? Like, it takes time to get all the way through. This is what all the complaints have been about on the Great Western Railway when they got their new IEPs, Class 800s and whatnot. Here we are at Morpeth. So, it's funny that from London to Newcastle felt like forever, and then from Newcastle to here it seems no time at all. It has quite a weird stopping service, Lumo, but I'm not going to judge it or question it. It's just interesting. I'm only here to document it, aren't I? So you can see the train, and I'm going to get back on.
I'm back on. Physical the stations, all the tick.
This is your customer driver speaking. The doors are about to close. Please stand clear of the doors.
So I was just thinking, I suppose the reason it stops at Morpeth is because of the tight curve there. Like, it's slowing down to almost stopping anyway, so it's like you may as well stop there if you're slowing down so much anyway. Although that said, I can't even remember what station it was now, but there was one station earlier, I'll roll the clip again, where we just went through it really slowly, so why not stop there as well? I don't know. Probably again because you'd be competing with LNER too much, just running exactly the same route, which is like, it's just pointless. So yeah, I guess that's why we stopped at Morpeth. Next stop is Edinburgh.
Passing along the Royal Border Bridge over Berwick-upon-Tweed, and the views along this section of railway are simply stunning. And we had the perfect weather for it as well. Eventually, even the trolley got round to me, and I had a very nice hot chocolate. Apparently the delay was due to a fault with the trolley earlier on, which couldn't really be avoided. I'd like to give a shout out to the train's onboard staff, who managed the situation really well, despite the setback, and were generally kind and professional throughout the trip.
Welcome to Edinburgh.
Let's do some exploring.
Oh, look at that, we've gone from platform 10 at King's Cross to platform 10 in Edinburgh.
Oh wow, that's a good sight, eh?
Welcome to Edinburgh Waverley.
Great shot. Are you getting a shot of me getting a shot?
I am, yes.
In your video?
I might be, it depends how I edit it. So this has been Lumo, and it has been amazing, and I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video. Don't go anywhere yet, because I have a lot more videos planned, because while I'm in Scotland I'm going to look at other cool transport related things. So if you want to see that, subscribe. If you don't want to see that, don't subscribe. I don't mind either way. But remember this, if it's cheap, it's quick, and it's blue, it's got to be Lumo. I'll get out of the way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.